Just realized my mic was muted. But welcome into Red, White, and Bills for weekly picks. Week 4, Amicus in the building. Go Bills. First time I'm seeing you here. I appreciate you tuning in, my friend. My boy Baker, hand pink waving. Brett is running late, I guess. So he says he doesn't have the link, but he does have the link. So now I got to go do that again. Always good to start with technical difficulties. All right. Hey, anytime, man, because you're more than welcome on the channel anytime. Got a debate show you can always join, so you let me know. And I appreciate you tuning in, man. Good to see you here. Ram, who the Bills? What's up, man? Good to see you.
Hey, sorry about that. I had the other one from a while ago.
Yeah, see, he was just upset because he's losing right now, but now we can finally get started. Thanks, Brett, for tuning in finally. 2 minutes 43 seconds late. Keeping the chat late.
I had the other link though. That's the problem. I had the link from the show that we did the other day. So that's the only one that I had. I never get the link though.
Sure, that's what they all say. But to recap last week, I went 12-4 and Brett went 10-6. So now Brett is 30-19 and I am 32-16. So the commanding lead is growing and growing and growing. So Brett's got some ground to make up this week. And we got a night football, Detroit Lions at the Green Bay Packers, a rivalry as old as any. And the Lions are favored 1.5 in Green Bay. So, Brett, I'll throw it over to you, man. Who do you got in this division rival matchup?
Well, it's going to be an interesting one, but I'm going to take the Lions to win this game. This is a good matchup, though, for both teams. I mean, if you look back to week 1 and how the Packers played, you know, they could have easily been 3-0. Unfortunately, you know, the aren't, though, but could have easily been 3-0. But I think that the Packers are going to struggle in this game, and Jared Goff has been playing pretty well this year, so I'm going to take the Packers to win this one.
You mean the Lions?
I'm sorry, the Lions. I'm sorry.
I was going to put Packers anyway, just to be like, hey, we can go back to the show. You did say Packers. But I also got the Lions winning this one. The Packers did have a nice comeback victory last week, but I just think the Lions, they're after that week 1 win against the Chiefs, and they had that bad kind of game against Seattle, that they're getting back on track this week with Jahmyr Gibbs. You got Jared Goff playing pretty well. David Montgomery, I think, is still out, so can't really judge it off that. And then you got Amon St. Brown, is a little bit banged up, but I think he'll still come through to play. So give me the Lions there. Then we go over the pond, as they say, and you got the Jags hosting the Falcons in Britain or England or wherever they are. I don't know what stadium they're at, but Jags are considered the home team, and they're favored by 2.5. And I'm going to go with I'm going to throw it to you first because this is what I'm still thinking about.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Jaguars to win this game. I think that they, especially after what happened against the Houston Texans, I think that this is going to be a bounce back game for them. I think that if you look at the Doug Peterson style, I think that this is a game where he needs to refocus and get his team back together. But I think it's going to be a game where the Jaguars just find a way to finish it off on defense. And I still think that Desmond Ridder needs a little bit of work, and he's a work in progress. But I just think that this is going to be a game where the Jacksonville Jaguars will find a way to win it. And it's the first London game of the year, so I'm looking forward to that. And, you know, football from 9:30 in the morning all the way until, 10:30 at night on the East Coast. And if you're lucky enough to be on the West Coast, it's 6:30 until 7:30 at night.
Yep. Well, actually, I'm going to go with the Falcons here because I think the Jags are going to be in a little reel. They're going to lose here, then they're going to lose to the Bills, and then they're going to be like, wow, we were supposed to be division favorites, because that's 2 weeks in a row where they played terrible. And one of them was against the Texans. So could the Texans have found something, or the Jags are just reeling? So I'm going to have to go with the Falcons just because they've been playing better than the Jags have. But I wouldn't be surprised if it's the other way. This next game is going to be my upset of the week, and it is Pittsburgh versus the Texans that we just talked about. Pittsburgh's favorite -3.5, but I'm going with the Texans. I think that, after the game, Stroud has been pretty solid his first 3 weeks. First 2 weeks, obviously getting losses and not putting up a lot of touchdowns, but he also, in the first 3 weeks of anyone's career, he's thrown the most passing yards out of any quarterback to ever play the game in his first 3 weeks. So I think they found a quarterback for sure. You got Nico Collins, you got Tank Dell, who you loved in the draft, and then Damian Pierce, who I have in fantasy, so please get some more points, and our boy Motor Singletary out there too. So I think the Texans win this one. I think they go on a 2-game win streak. I haven't been impressed with Pittsburgh. If my buddy Duncan's listening, I'm sorry, man. Bootsy, I haven't been impressed. So, Brett's gone. Well, we'll wait till he comes back, but I got the Texans upsetting the Pittsburgh Steelers in a close game.
I have no idea what just happened there, but all of a sudden I was out of there and lost everything.
That's okay. So you're back for good.
Technical difficulties, though, but you won't lose me again. I promise you that.
No, so see you later.
No, said that. No, but I'm going to take the Pittsburgh Steelers to win this game. I know you said that you're not impressed with what they've done, but I just think that this is going to be a bounce back game for them. And, I like Motor. I like the way that the D'Amico Ryans is running this team. I think it's going to be very close, though, but I just think that somehow that the Steelers are going to find a way to get it done. And, I mean, I've had those expectations over the last couple of weeks, and I just think that TJ Watt, Nick Herbig, Cam Hayward, and this team are going to find a way to win it.
I respect it. Then we got the Colts favored -1.5, which is interesting, versus the Rams. So, Brett, how do you feel, baby? How do you feel?
Man, this is a game where it could go either way. I mean,
super tough.
It's a toss-up. I mean, I like the way that the Colts are running. Their team is looking pretty good, but they're still without Jonathan Taylor, which is concerning for me. But Zach Moss is the top 10 running back this year. He's looking pretty good. Look like the Colts may have won that trade with Naheem Hines. So that's one thing.
Well, even after just 2 games of playing good, he won the trade because Hines has never really played. So they won that for sure.
Definitely. But I do like the way that the Rams are running, even though they lost last week. They do have some young talent on their team as far as the wide receivers. Unfortunately, they don't have Cooper Kupp, which is something that hurts them. But I think this is a game where you're going to see Tyler Higbee get involved a lot in this game. So I'm really going to focus on the defenses in this game, even though the offenses are going to be firehouses. And I just think that the Colts defense is a little better. So I'm going to take the Colts to win this game, even though I gave a lot of praise to the Rams.
I actually do too, because it seemed like Gardner Minshew has been playing well. They did beat the Ravens. Moss is playing pretty good. Gardner Minshew. They still got Michael. What the heck is his last name? Michael
Jr.
Pittman. Yep. They still got Michael Pittman over there. So I love to see that. And the Rams got pretty banged up on their offensive line on the Monday Night Football. So I don't know what their injury report's looking like. So it's a tough one because I do like the Rams a little bit. Now, you know what? I'm picking the Rams.
Hey, that's a tough one, though.
Picking the Rams because I think Puka's going to have a better day. I think Tutu's going to have a better day. I think Stafford's going to have a better day. And then they got Aaron Donald. So I'm definitely going Rams. But
we'll see.
It's a tough one. It's interesting. Yeah, I didn't get to prepare it. Usually I have my picks already picked out. So I'm kind of like going by the show because it's been a crazy day. But this one is a lot easier for me to pick. The Vikings versus the Panthers. Vikings -3.5. I haven't heard that. I haven't heard that Bryce Young's playing, but definitely got the Vikings and Kirk Cousins definitely not going 0-4. Battle of two 0-3 teams. The Vikings can still make the playoffs in their division, I think. So, and Kirk's been on fire, minus a couple turnovers. You still got Justin Jefferson, and then they got Cam Akers now, and you got T.J. Hawkinson. So they're bound to start heating up. So I'm going Vikings.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with you on this one. I'm going to take the Vikings to win this one.
So I just appreciate you, man.
I think they're going to find a way to just get it done. I mean, you look back to the last couple of weeks, and they're putting points on the board. It's just that they can't finish it off. So I'm going to take the Vikings to win. I don't see them going 0-4, like you said. It's just, it's tough for them to do that, but I don't think they're going to go 0-4 whatsoever.
As Joe said, that'd be wild as hell. Yeah, crazy. I can't imagine them going 0-4, but crazier shit's happened. This is a game that's also tough. Saints versus Bucks. Saints always beat the Bucks, it seems, but now they don't got Derek Carr, and you don't know how Jameis Winston's going to play. But then the Saints have a great defense, and then you're like, well, the Bucks have been playing pretty good, minus against the Eagles. So what do I do here? But I feel like it's a week where I can make up some. I can fool around a bit because I got a commanding lead over you. So I'm going to pick the Bucks to upset the Saints here. That's not my upset pick of the week, but the Saints usually beat them. But I just feel like it's going to be a weird week in the NFL.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with you on this one too. Even though I do like the way that the Saints are running. Now you got to remember something though. They are going to get Alvin Kamara back too.
That's right.
So that's right. So you didn't think about that though, but I'm in agreement with you on that. I just Jameis Winston, every single time I see him on the field, he makes me nervous every single time I see him. So I just think that Baker Mayfield is going to find a way to win this game. Bucs defense is looking pretty good, except for the game against the Philadelphia Eagles. But this is always a game that's close. It's a division rival. It's going to be a close one. This one, I believe it's at the Saints, correct?
No, it's in Tampa.
In Tampa. So this game, I mean, it's going to be close, but I don't expect there to be any rain this week. I'm in the Tampa area, but I just have a feeling that this is going to be a close game. I think that the Bucs will find a way to do it, and Baker's been playing pretty darn good. So you could say this is going to be an upset, but I'm not going to pick it as my upset of the week either.
Yeah,
I'll gamble with you. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna take the Saints. I'm gonna go the opposite way. I need to make up some ground. I'll take the Saints.
Thanks. After I already circled the Bucs.
I'm sorry.
Make everything tough. Who gets more flags, the Bucs or the Saints? Is that a part one of the prop bets? I say the Bucs will get more flags. Hey, speaking of those Eagles that we talked about, Philly heads into Washington after Washington just got the brakes beat off of them by our good old Buffalo Bills. Philly's favored -8.5 in Washington or in Maryland. So, yes, I guess it's pretty easy to say. However, the Commanders did beat the Eagles last year and broke their undefeated streak. And they do have weapons on offense. But as you see, if you can scheme up and get to Sam Howell like we did, bad things will happen. They do still have a great front four. We were able to stop them and win the day with our offensive line. But I think if the Eagles will continue their win streak for now. I haven't been too impressed with how they've been playing though, but considering like they were in a Super Bowl last year. However, they're about to be 4-0.
This is going to be a game where Jalen Hurts is going to have a field day against this Commanders defense, and I just don't see a reason why the Commanders are going to find a way to win this game. So I think the Commanders are in trouble right now, especially with their offensive line. They need to figure out some answers there, and maybe bring in a veteran like Lyle Collins or somebody like that to come in and play. But we'll see what happens there. But I just don't think that this is the game that the Eagles are going to lose. So I'm going to take the Eagles to win this one, and I think they're going to do it with a commanding lead.
I like that. I like it. Now this game is the biggest game of the week by far. Buffalo Bills hosting the Miami Dolphins. Man, We're going to talk about it later in the week, of course, but this is definitely should be the one in prime time, not the Jets and the Chiefs. But without getting into it too much, because Amicus says Lewis, she's still in Vegas. Amicus, I appreciate you coming in. It's good to see you, man. Hopefully, see you a lot more. Yeah. So don't get too much into it.
I won't get too much into it.
Obviously, we're picking Buffalo, but unless you're not picking Buffalo,
who knows? Who knows? Should I say it? I'm going to take the team that I'm wearing their colors on my shirt for. So I'm going to take Buffalo to win this game. I think this is going to be a game where Buffalo is going to have a coming out party. The defense is legit in this league. I think that Sean McDermott's going to find an answer to beating them. The Dolphins are coming off of a real high right now, putting up 70 points on a Broncos team that looks like they're going to be in the bottom of the basement for right now. They didn't even show up last week, and they're in trouble. I mean, I'm going to tell you that right now for the Broncos, but this is a different team. This is the Bills team that's hungry. They're ready to win. They're believe in each other. They're fighting for each other, and they're working together as a team. So I'm going to take the Bills to win this one. I don't think it's going to be close either.
Well, don't get too much into it yet. We got a couple shows to do. Speaking of the Saturday show on Red, White, and Ruthless, I'll be in Buffalo already Saturday. So I'll keep you posted on the time I get there. I'll bring my tripod, and then we'll go live whenever I get in the Airbnb and whatever. We'll figure something out for Saturday.
Or if we need to pre-record it doesn't bother me.
But as I mentioned, I was just on the Fins tailgate with Shake Money in the Smoke Lounge. So head over there and subscribe and check out their channel if you haven't. They do awesome work over there. And I mentioned we were talking about the game, and I will quickly just mention this is a huge game for both teams. Two fantastic teams, two teams that can compete to get to the Super Bowl and maybe even win it. It's the biggest test both of our teams have had all season, and whoever wins, is it the be-all, end-all of the year? No. If the Dolphins lose, does it mean that they're not going to win the division? No. If the Bills lose, does it mean they can't win the division? No. It's just, as of right now, this is a massive, massive game with a lot of implications. So it's going to be really awesome game. My boy Ram says, has Miami been tested this year or mediocre teams? Kind of like us. They played lesser teams than what our abilities are. So they're not – the teams we both played aren't necessarily horrible to a fault, but us and the Dolphins haven't been tested as far as teams that are on close to our caliber. So it'll be interesting, my friend. And yeah, if you haven't checked out Ram 22, he's my card opening buddy. We like to rip packs. It just sounds awesome to say ripping packs open. He's an awesome guy. Go check out his channel. Has great content. And been watching him jump and grow and grow and grow since I first met him. And it stinks that I'm not opening packs right now. But when football starts, it gets crazy, and when business is crazy. But I'll be back to cards in the off season, or maybe the bye week I can make an appearance. I still got some cards stashed up ready to be opened, but check them out. All right, now this game has been tough to think about. Cincinnati at Tennessee. So both teams have looked horrible, but then it's just like I don't know. Like Cincinnati's defense looked so good last week, but then if Henry can get going, Henry hasn't gotten going yet this year. Man, it's tough. I've been picking against Cincinnati for like 3 weeks now, so I feel like if I don't pick them this week, that just means I'm a hater. So coming off a nice win against the Rams on Monday Night Football, I'm going to pick Cincinnati. However, they haven't played too good, neither has Tennessee. But this will probably be the week where Derrick Henry gets 200 rushing yards and 5 touchdowns and gets going this year. But going with Cincinnati.
I'm in agreement with you. This is going to be Cincinnati all day, just like J-Lo. Well, J-Lo said. I said J-Lo. I'm just messing with him because he's got the J-Lo hairstyle and everything. So I'm going to take the Cincinnati Bengals to win this game. I saw something from their team. When they first started off, this is that game. It was something that I was looking at, and I'm going, geez, they can't find an answer on offense. And then all of a sudden something clicked with the receivers and Joe Burrow, and something was said from Zach Taylor to Joe Burrow, and it's clicking now. So I don't see a reason why Cincinnati is going to lose this game, and I'm going to take them to win.
I like it. I like it. Love what Amicus brings here. Tua will have to come to grips with fire zone blitzes and how to quickly assess a 5-man rush with 5 dropping back into zone via disguise. A lot of awesome stuff, man. It's gonna be fun. I'm telling you, I think it's gonna be a defense we haven't seen yet. Like you said, we're gonna bring out some wrinkles that they're not expecting. Sips dropping back. Yeah, I know what you meant, bro. Don't worry. I got you. Hope we see come by Saturday, 8:30 in Nickel City Mafia. We could talk in great lengths about the game too. I'll be in Buffalo, so it'll be fun. I'll have some wings near me, maybe. Mad Chatter, thanks for coming in, bro. Thanks for coming into the debate show yesterday. It was awesome. And I already got your question written down for next week. I'll be wrapping that up and getting the rest of the questions out. So appreciate you, my man. All right, you got Cincinnati?
Yes, sir.
All right, Matt Chatter says power rankings: Chiefs, Bills, Dolphins, Bengals, Eagles, Niners. Love it. Who's your bottom 2? I'm curious about that too as well. All right, this is a tough game. Cleveland at Baltimore. Cleveland's favored -2.5. Typical Ravens are banged up as normal. They still got Lamar, but they lost another running back. I don't remember which one, but some Ravens guys said they lost another running back, so I'm not surprised. Odell's still kind of banged up, but they still got Zay Flowers and Mark Andrews. However, the Browns defense is number 1 in the league in points allowed, and they've been fantastic. They're just kind of like us. They don't have the sack numbers as we do or anything, but pretty top elite defense. So, Brett, who are you going with, man?
I'm going to go with Cleveland in this one. I just think, with all the injuries that the Ravens are facing right now, and they're a good team, don't get me wrong. They are a great team when they're healthy. They just have a lot of injuries, especially on the offensive line too. You could put a whole entire team together on their injury report. There's every single position is injured, but I'm just going to take the Cleveland Browns to win this game. I bet against them the last couple of weeks. It hasn't worked out, and I just think that Deshaun Watson is playing pretty good right now, and I just want to see them come out and put some points up on the board. And I got to give a little shout out to Jim Schwartz because he hasn't been a defensive coordinator the last couple of years, and he's coming back into the league being a defensive coordinator, and he's doing his thing. It's exactly why Buffalo should have kept him as the defensive coordinator when they went with Rex Ryan. Unfortunately, they didn't and made a mistake and changed from a 4-3 to a 3-4. It didn't work out, and we reaped the benefits of that by getting Sean McDermott.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm going to go with Cleveland as well. Like I said, I think they could possibly win a division depending on how things go. Losing Nick Chubb doesn't help them any, but they're still formidable, man. You still got great defense, which is really awesome. It's all you really need. You got one of the best edge rushers in the league. You got a good secondary, fantastic offensive line. Anybody can run behind that offensive line. And you got Amari Cooper. And if Deshaun Watson can pick it up a little bit more, then they'll be a force to be reckoned with. I'm going to go with Cleveland here. I don't think Baltimore is bad, but I think injuries are injuries, and it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, man. And speaking of horrible teams, Matt Chatter says Cardinals, Broncos, Bears, Panthers. Which, it really sucks for the Panthers. Just a quick because, man, they gave away their first-round pick to get Bryce Young. So they're going to get one of the worst records in the NFL and then not have a first-round pick, which sucks. So imagine the Bears get the worst record and the Panthers get the second worst record. The Bears have 2 picks back-to-back. So they could go Caleb Williams and Marvin Harrison back-to-back. And then it's just like, damn, man, they're set up. But you see what happens. Who knows? But speaking of the bad teams, Denver versus Chicago. It's like this was set up perfectly. The 2 of the worst teams in the NFL, somebody has to get a win. Now, the Broncos can't really tank either because they don't have first-round picks because they got Russ. I don't believe they have a first-round pick yet. I think next year they might get one after this year. But the Broncos are favorited, -3.5. I'm going Denver. I mean, after losing 70-20 and getting absolutely embarrassed, I don't think you come in the next week fat-footed at all. I think you come in ready to win. So Chicago, man, I mean, Fields looks exactly the same. He can't get the ball to receivers. He has number one receiver, so can't get him the football. He looks clueless out there. They can't run. They can't do nothing right now. So Edmonds looks lost. Everyone looks horrible. So at least he got his money, though. At least he got the highest paid linebacker contract in history, but he's not looking good out there. So I'm going Denver.
Based off of what I saw in that press conference with Sean Payton, I mean, I would say Denver by a billion this week just because he was pissed off. And I don't blame him for being pissed off losing 70-20. I mean, that's an embarrassment. Your reputation's on the line. You're fighting for your job every single week, and your team performs like that, and they gave up. That's what it came down to. They gave up in that game. So you're going to see Sean Payton come out. They're going to be firing on all cylinders. You're going to see a different Russell Wilson. I saw this meme, though. I want to bring it up because it's really important. So Sean Payton, in the meme, it says that he's no longer going to call Russell Wilson by his first name of Russell. He said he didn't earn the right to get that name, so he's going to start calling him Drew, so he starts playing like Drew.
Yeah, it'd be funny.
We'll see if that works. So if he starts playing like Drew, if he does,
Russ hasn't been horrible this year, though. It's just
he hasn't.
You can't put up 70 points.
Hey, maybe this week.
Yeah, possibly, man. Possibly for sure. But yeah, that's gonna be the shit game of the week. So it's gonna be kind of funny what happens there.
Should be the Monday Night Football game, right?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind that. Two crappy teams going at it. I'd love that. But moving on, the Chargers facing the Raiders. Chargers favored -5.5. It's kind of disrespectful to the Raiders. But how you feeling? I'm gonna go with the Chargers though, just because I don't know if Jimmy Garoppolo is gonna be playing, and they didn't look too good last week. The Chargers are coming off a pretty decent. They've been scoring, but they give up a lot of points. But I'm going with the Chargers here.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with you on this one. I'm going to take the Chargers. They're facing a lot in this game, especially with Brandon Staley. He's on the hot seat right now. They have to get some wins under their belt, or else Brandon Staley is going to be gone. So I'm going to take the Chargers to win this one, just like what I've seen from Joey Bosa this right now. And you also have a really good offense. Even though they might be without Mike Williams, I think they're going to be without Mike Williams.
Right, towards ACL.
That's right. So Quentin Johnson is going to have to step up, especially. But if you look at the wide receivers that have stepped up for them, Keenan Allen, I mean, he's been a legit number one receiver in this year, and he's only getting better. I mean, it seems like every year he's getting older, but he's getting better. So as long as he can stay healthy and he can be out there on the field, then it's going to be a big game. And I just don't think that the Raiders have a good defense, to be honest with you. They haven't shown me enough on defense. So I'm going to take the Chargers to win this one.
Love it. This game, -6.5, Dallas versus the Patriots. Sorry, my computer's dying.
No worries. I'll go first on this one. That way you can charge your computer. So this is my upset of the week game. And I'm going to take the Patriots to beat the Dallas Cowboys in this game. The reason why I'm going to take them to win this game is because of the defense of the Patriots. The defense of the Patriots is pretty darn good. They have a lockdown corner in Christian Gonzalez right now, who's going to stop CeeDee Lamb. And you have a defense that can stop the run game of the Dallas Cowboys. And when this gets one-dimensional for them, I think Dak Prescott's going to get uncomfortable. And Bill Belichick always finds a way to stop the defense, or stop the best things that an offense can do for a team. So I'm going to take the Patriots to win this game. And I think Bill Belichick has heard all the rumors going around that he's washed up. He's this, he's that. Tom Brady is the reason why he carried Bill Belichick. He's hearing all these things going around about him, and he's going to show that he is still a great coach in this league, and that Mac Jones can lead him to the playoffs. So I'm going to take the Patriots in this game. I just think that Mac Jones has been playing pretty good. Don't get me wrong, and especially what I saw against the Cardinals and that was an embarrassment. They should have easily won that game. I just think that with the loss of Trayvon Diggs and that defense, there's going to be weaknesses that the Patriots can capitalize on.
Well, like Matt Cheddar said, it's not crazy, but I think that was just that weird game of the year where it was a big blunder. You just lost one of your best players, but you still got Micah Parsons, and they did hang 30 on the Jets, who have a better defense than the Patriots. So I'm not hating what you're picking because that's a good upset. That's a great upset, actually. But Dallas will rebound. Dan Quinn's going to get the defense right. I don't think the Patriots are going to be able to move the ball at all against the Dallas defense. And it's going to be a Dallas comeback victory after the crappy game last week. Because, I mean, if we're saying that Trayvon Diggs makes that whole team, then
No.
I don't know here. But I don't think Trayvon Diggs makes the whole team. I don't think Mac Jones and the offense is going to be able to move the ball at all against the Dallas Cowboys.
They can find a way to do it. I'm going to tell you exactly how to do it, especially with Micah Parsons, okay?
You can't start Micah Parsons, so I don't know what you're about to say. But
no. Hey, I'm not dissing Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons deserves Defensive Player of the Year.
He's the defensive player. He will be the
Defensive Player of the Year. Don't get me wrong. The way to beat Micah Parsons and this defense is by having these running backs. And they have big running backs in Ramondre Stevenson. They also have Ezekiel Elliott. Both of them are going to have a big day. Ezekiel Elliott, especially against his former team, he's going to have to show up and show out. But you also have to use quick passes against them. That's going to be another way to beat this team. And when you can slow down the pass rush of Micah Parsons, then that's going to be how you win this game. And I just think that the Patriots have a good offensive line to stop Micah Parsons too. So you're going to see double teams, triple teams, whatever the case may be. Sometimes you might even have to put 11 blockers on Micah Parsons and just, you're just going to have to do that and see if it works. And maybe you can move the ball that way, but you got to find a way to stop Micah Parsons. And that this is going to be the game where they do it. And it's going to be close, but it's going to come down to the Patriots winning this game. But I'll let you get back to your point.
Oh, no, I was just done. It's just, a good team like that has a blunder and then they right the wrong. And the Patriots, they beat the Jets 15-10 and they didn't look that good either. So I don't think they can I wouldn't be surprised if they won because they could pull off a win like that. But I think Dallas will just right the wrong. And, nothing you said was really wrong. I just think it's one of those days where they got their asses reamed out after that horrible loss to the Cardinals, which maybe we're not giving the Cardinals enough credit. They should have won week 1. They should have won against the Giants. They were up 28-3 or 28-7, and then they won last week. So maybe the Cardinals are a little bit better than we thought. Maybe they're a little bit better fighting than we thought. So, or maybe the other teams are worse than we thought. Who knows? But they could at least be 2-1. They should have beat the Giants for sure. So
for sure,
they're definitely not the best team in the league. They're definitely fighting for the worst team, but I don't know. Dallas will prevail, I believe. But you picked a perfect upset. I agree. Then we got the biggest one of the week. San Fran favored -14.5 at the Cardinals. And obviously I'm going to pick the 49ers just because I think they're a very, very complete team with a fantastic defense. Brock Purdy doesn't really turn the ball over. I don't think he's the best quarterback in the world. I think he's like top 15 just by default with, not making mistakes because the offense is really just predicated on getting the ball to your playmakers quick and not putting the ball in harm's way. So can't go wrong with that formula to win. So I'm going with the Niners.
Yeah, this is the bend don't break offense for the 49ers, and they just put the ball in their playmakers' hands. You see it go to Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk as well. And then you have Christian McCaffrey, who's looking pretty good as well this year. I'm going to take the 49ers to win this one. It's not going to be close, even though I do want to give a little bit of a shout out to Joshua Dobbs. I'm sorry.
You could call him Joshua Dobbs. He got a dub last week.
He got a dub. That's right. But I just think that he's looked pretty good, but I think the end of the rope is coming, especially with this defense that he's going to be facing. And it's a good defense from the 49ers. And losing D'Amico Ryans, that hurts, but this defense is legit. Let's just put it out there. They're really good. So yeah. I just think that they're gonna find a way to win this one. I think that it's going to be late in the season before the 49ers lose their first game. So I'm going to take the 49ers to win this one.
Is that actually a thing, Romeo or Joshua Doves, or did you just make that up on the spot?
Oh, I made it up on the spot,
You
but
should hit up all the Cardinals fans and be like, "Yo, Joshua Doves, man, he's a beast," and they'll start something over there. So that's pretty funny. But this is the other game that's going to be probably shitty. Kansas City, Sunday Night Football at the New York Jets at the Meadowlands Prison at MetLife Stadium. And, you know, I feel bad for Jet fans in a way, but at the same time, it's like as soon as Rodgers went down, I saw a lot of stuff about like, oh, you know, we believe in Zach. Zach can do it. Zach can do it. And now they're back to booing him again and making T-shirts of the backup quarterback and booing him out there and wishing him, you know, hoping he's off the team. So you guys do that shit to yourself. I mean, yeah. Come on. But so I feel bad that the season ended week 1, but then I don't feel bad that they keep falling into the same old thing with them. So sorry, Jet fans, but you're going to get another blowout loss, probably like the same kind of similar score to the Cowboys. I mean, the Chiefs haven't been the same old Chiefs, but they're starting to turn a corner now. I know they put up 40 on them. I know it's the Bears, but they still put up 40 and they looked unstoppable, which no team is technically unstoppable, but they looked it against the Bears. So, man, the Jets are going to be unraveling. They're going to be unraveling. It's going to be nice to see, but horrible for them. Salah will probably get fired by the end of the year, but obviously Kansas City's winning this one. It's actually a weird question. If you could pick one, like if God's like, you know what, Brett, I'll let you decide this game no matter what. Would you rather have the Chiefs go to 2-2 or the Jets?
Oh, the Jets by far.
You'd want the Jets to win?
Oh yeah, by far.
What if it propelled them to be? What if Zach Wilson turned out to be like the best quarterback in the world, and then that game made him the best quarterback ever, and then the Jets won the division and shit?
Then I'd say that I'm pretty freaking high. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's not going to be the case.
Yeah, it's tough. I never want the division to win, but whenever Kansas City can lose, it helps us out. And here we are. Before the season started, we all thought the Jags had a better chance at the 1 seed than anybody because of their easy schedule and division. Now they're 1-2 and they lost to the Texans. So they lost the division game already. They beat the Colts. But yeah, Colts are actually in first place.
That's right.
They won 2 games in a row. So who'd they beat last week?
They beat Baltimore.
No, before that. The one before that. Sorry.
Oh, the one before that? Who was it the week before? I'm trying to remember.
Let me see. I'll go back.
I'm going to look it up.
No, I got it here. Don't worry about it.
They beat the Texans in the week before, and then they beat the Ravens.
Oh, they beat the Texans?
Yeah, they beat the Texans 31-20. That was my upset of the week that week. And unfortunately, that did not work out in my favor. So I knew it was a game. I'm like, it was the upset of the week. I picked that one for the upset, but no.
Yeah, who
would have thought last week, though? I'm going to say this right now. Who would have thought that the Jaguars would lay an egg the way that they did?
Yeah, that was really bad. Trevor Lawrence hasn't been good at all. See, it's funny. We thought, not me, but the world thought he had an MVP chance. The world thought Justin Fields had an MVP chance for some reason. And, it's not panning out that way. So I guess anything could change. But it'd be pretty sick. The Jags go 1-3. Then we beat the Jags. They go 1-4. Then like, you definitely ain't getting the 1 seed now. Yeah. You're going to drop another one. So that would be huge. If we could beat the Dolphins and then beat the Jags and then you're 4-1 going into Sunday Night Football against fat ass Dayball and the Giants, it'd be fantastic.
Yeah, I agree.
It'd be fantastic. Speaking of the Giants and fat ass Dayball, Monday Night Football, Giants versus the Seahawks. I hope Jello's still here because we're going to talk about the Seahawks, baby.
Oh, jeez.
He's a big Seahawks fan. He loves him some Geno and some DK, baby. So got Giants and Seahawks. Giants are 1-2, should be 0-3 going into this game. And their season is on the line, I will say, because they got Miami after this week, and then they got us. So Seahawks lay it on them here. The Giants can go 1-5, and the season is over. How will Fat Ass Dable respond after a horrible season so far?
Oh, geez, dude. I love that comment. I mean, that's just the best thing that you've ever said,
I mean, he
probably.
chose it. He chose it. He chose to
Yeah.
be.
Hey, I'm not gonna say anything about Brian Dable. I have respect for what he did in Buffalo.
Well, yeah, I have respect for him, but
he helped groom Josh Allen. I'm not saying that he created Josh Allen. That's not what I'm saying. He helped groom Josh Allen into the quarterback that he is today.
Josh Allen got him a head coaching job.
Yep, Josh Allen did. Josh Allen is a pure talent. Josh Allen kept Sean McDermott in Buffalo too. I'm going to say that right now. I'm going to take the Seahawks to win this game though, because I just think that the Seahawks getting Jamal Adams is going to help them a lot. Their defense is really good as well. And
you want to get on Jello's good side, right?
I'm not trying to get on Jello's good side. I've already been on Jello's good side. I called him J-Lo earlier. So
yeah. Well, I always want to get on his good side, but
yeah. Hey, I'm going to take the Seahawks to win this game. I think Gino's going to have a good game as well. And Daniel Jones is not the same quarterback when Saquon Barkley is out of the game. So
he's not even good when he's in the game.
I mean, hey, he can at least manage the game though. But this is this is something that, you know, when you put the ball in Daniel Jones's arms and you try and have him carry the team, it's not going to work out. So I just think that the Seahawks are going to win this game. It's going to be a good Monday Night Football game, but I think that it's going to be one where the Seahawks win it.
Well, I tend to agree with you, man. So I was disappointed in them week one. I mean, it's week one, and we all know how week one is. But I was surprised that they didn't play that well against the Rams team, who I thought was shit. And then they were shit Monday. So great. Thanks, Rams. Appreciate it. You could have ended the Bengals season.
Yeah.
Made them 0-3, but now you give them the hope. Oh, we were 0-2 last year. Now we're 0-2 this year. Now we're 1-2. We're going to go to the Super Bowl. But, yeah, so thanks for that, Rams. You're freaking useless. But Seahawks, Gino's been playing pretty good. You got DK, you got JSN, you got Kenneth Walker. I think they got their tackles back that were injured.
You also have Noah Fant, who's been playing pretty good too.
Yeah. I wish Jello was in here so we could talk to us about how much the Seahawks are going to win this week, but I guess he's not here right now. But yeah, I got the Seahawks, baby. And yeah, I picked a few.
What was your upset of the week? You never picked an upset of the week.
Yeah, so the Texans.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yep, Texans are my upset of the week. I thought about pushing the Bills Dolphins game, like making it my pass, because I was that game's a complete 50-50, I think, because it could be any given freaking Sunday with these two teams. You could go one team scores 50, the other team scores 30, the other way around. It could be one score, whatever. But the magnitude of this game, I feel like it's just a 50-50 toss-up, and it's going to be a close game. But
Josh Allen owns the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Let's just put it out there.
He could do that.
Say that right now.
Yeah, and, you know, the win totals show that. But at the same time, it's tough just because of how good the teams are now. We got pretty good. The Dolphins are pretty good. And it's nice that the division's tight again, but at the same time, it's like, damn, we couldn't even enjoy it for a little bit. Now everything's got to be hard now. We couldn't just have everything given to us. But, you know, I'm confident. I like our team every week. And, you know, this is a fantastic team we're going up against. So give them the respect and the fact that, you know, they could definitely win this game. We could definitely win this game. That's why I'm saying it's 50-50. I'm not saying we can't blow them out and they can't blow us out, but I say it's 50-50 because got to see how both teams come out to start. If one of them starts out slow, it could be a detriment. But I still got the Bills, baby, of course, obviously. Quick question, who are the 5 teams that 2 of you are worried about most and how the Bills can beat them? Well, the way it works sometimes is we don't always play all the teams, but from the teams we play, I'd say the teams I'm worried about most would be teams like, you know, the Dolphins because they're in our division and they're one of the best teams just like us. Then you got the Chiefs who won 2 of the last 3 Super Bowls. Then you got the Bengals who we lost to in the playoffs last year. And then who else do we play later on? Then you got the Eagles we play later on who were in the Super Bowl. And then Dallas who had a rough week last week, but they're a very solid team. So I think we could beat anybody. I think because I believe in football. Any given Sunday, everybody's beatable. Everybody has a weakness. Everybody can be exploited, no matter how good you are. But those 5 teams that we play this year are going to be tough. They're going to be tough, Ram. I know you said you're going to get into watching the Bills for me, so get your hats on tight and you're ready to watch some Bills football, baby. It's a ride. It's a roller coaster.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with you on the teams that I'm worried about, but I'm going to throw in the 49ers as well. I mean,
do we play them?
We don't play them though, but those are the 5 teams. Add in the 49ers if we go to the Super Bowl and we have to face the team. That's the team that I'm worried about this year. So, I mean, I just pray that those are the the ones that we can squeak away with and find a way to win. I think that of the teams that you mentioned, the ones that I think we could win, I would say Kansas City. I would say, especially the Bengals.
Win them all, baby.
I think we can win that one. I could see us winning all of them. I really could. Or I could see us laying an egg as well. I mean, it just depends on
that's how it goes.
That comes out.
You never know. It's any given Sunday. Who comes to play, who's most prepared, and the best team could lose to the worst team, and so on and so forth. But
that's right.
Another awesome video, another awesome week. Obviously, I got the lead still, but I'm 2 wins and 3 losses different than you. So basically 5 games. You got some ground to make up. You can do it. You can do it.
I'll be back. Don't worry.
Why don't you let the people know where they can find you, and then we'll wrap it up, and I'll be eating dinner.
Yeah, that's right, man. I feel you on that. I'm eating dinner right after too. So, but you can find me on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter. I'm on Threads as well, for all under Go Bills Podcast. You can also find us on our website, gobillspodcast.com. If you're looking for shows and everything, you can find the collaborations that I do with Sean of the Red, White, and Bills as well. We have our upcoming shows listed for the Dolphins week already this week on our website. So click on over to it, check it out, and you can see everything that we're doing this week. We have shows every day but Thursdays this week. And then I do have a big announcement that's going to be coming out later in the week, if not the start of next week. So it's a big announcement about a partnership that I'm going to have right now. So we officially have our first partnership, and that opportunity is also extended out to not only my channel, but the Nickel City Mafia and Red, White, and Bills as well. We'll talk behind the scenes about that, see if that's something that they want to work with on. But it's a great opportunity to not only grow my channel, but it's a great opportunity to grow Sean's as well as Mike's from the Nickel City Mafia. Also, I want to say this real quick before I let Sean go. Don't forget to go on over to the Nickel City Mafia and the Red, White, and Bills. Give them some love. Smash the like button for them as well. They deserve all the credit that they should get. Sean has done a great job of creating a ton of content for you guys. So give him all the love he deserves too. He's just a man like myself that we run our pages on our own. So he deserves all the credit that you could possibly deserve. And also don't forget that he has his cleaning business as well. And he's doing this on top of doing his other business. So I want to give him all the props that he deserves. He's been incredible this year, and he's only going to get better as the year goes on. And hopefully we're going to we have our bet that's going on right now for the weekly picks, but we got to do a side bet, something like that. And see if we can get Sean to shave that beard, at the end of the season. That would be a good side bet.
Yeah, that'd be funny, wouldn't it?
I think you would look different, though. I don't know.
No, I don't want it. No, not shaving ever. But part of how I've been able to do all this is because of you guys, man. I mean, we're a big team, even though it's sometimes like I'm on my own channel, you're on your own channel, but it's all us together. I couldn't continue to be growing without all you guys. So I appreciate all the love and the support. I appreciate the chat, of course. If you're new, subscribe to Go Bills Podcast, Red, White, and Bills, Nickel City Mafia. And keep joining, keep commenting, and getting the chat jumping and live. The debate show will be later on next week. We just got the second episode done. Go check that out. Brett took the big fat L to Keith, and he'll get his revenge one of these weeks. But
hey, it's okay. It's okay. I'll take the L this week for the Dolphins. It's okay as long as the Bills win. I'm okay with it.
Yep. And then Friday. I'll be on with Miss Finn's 8:00 in the morning. So go over to Miss Finn's channel. She just hit 1K. Go show her some love. She's amazing. And then back with TD Finn's talk the guy who got me into YouTube, 9 o'clock the same day on Friday. And then, like I said, I'll be traveling to Buffalo Saturday, and then we'll be getting the Red, White, and Ruthless. And we'll either pre-record it tomorrow or, get it going Saturday at some point. But thank you guys for tuning in. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time. Go Bills.
Go Bills.